There was something magical about homes in the 1980s. The soft hum of ceiling fans, the faint scent of furniture polish, and that golden afternoon light falling across patterned carpets. Every room had a sound, a heartbeat, a collection of little things that told the story of family, laughter, and life before everything became digital. Let's step back for a moment to the homes we grew up in, and the 15 things that quietly disappeared when we weren't looking. Wood-paneled walls. Before white walls and modern minimalism, there was wood. Warm, cozy, endlessly brown. Those paneled walls made living rooms feel like cabins. Even in the middle of the suburbs, you could tape up school photos or a movie poster without worrying about paint. That paneling absorbed years of sound, sitcom laughter, blinking dishes, quiet arguments, and somehow it all stayed in the wood. The boxy tube TVs, every home had one. A heavy, boxy TV that hummed faintly when you turned it on. You twist the knob, wait for the picture to flicker to life, and maybe smack the side if the static wouldn't quit. Families didn't just watch, they gathered. The glow of that screen was the modern fireplace of the 80s. Rotary phones. That satisfying click, click, click as you dialed a number you knew by heart. The long, curly cord stretched across rooms. So many secret teenage conversations whispered from the hallway. You couldn't text. You had to talk, and when someone said, "Don't tie up the line," you knew they meant it. VHS collections. Black plastic cases lined up under the TV stand. Handwritten labels in marker, Back to the Future, E.T., home movies. Movie nights meant rewinding tapes, adjusting the tracking, and praying the ribbon wouldn't get stuck. There was a ritual to it, a patience that today's streaming can never replace. The shag carpeting, deep, soft, colorful. It swallowed your toes like a memory foam time machine. Kids sprawled out on it with cereal bowls, building Lego empires while the TV buzzed in the background. Sure, it trapped every crumb in the house, but it also held laughter, comfort, and warmth underfoot. Encyclopedia sets. Before Google, knowledge came in 26 heavy volumes. Parents bought them proudly, displaying them like trophies of curiosity. You'd flip through, reading about volcanoes or space shuttles, the glossy pictures glowing under a desk lamp. Those pages were our first portals to the world, long before Wi-Fi connected us. Console stereos, a piece of furniture all its own, wooden cabinets that played music with a soul, vinyl spinning under glass, soft crackles filling the room. When Mum put on her favorite record, the whole house became an audience. There was something sacred about waiting for your song to come around again. Patterned sofas. Floral prints, stripes, geometric shapes. They didn't match anything, yet they were everywhere. That sofa was the centerpiece of family life, birthday parties, naps, and Saturday morning cartoons. Even when the fabric started to fade, it was still the softest place in the world to fall asleep. If these memories are bringing back even one smile, you're among friends here. Go ahead and subscribe. We'll keep these moments alive, one memory at a time. Film cameras, no instant previews, no retakes. Just a click, a flash, and a week of waiting. There was magic in not knowing. The surprise when those glossy prints came back from the store. Sometimes the photo was blurry, sometimes perfect, but always real. Every roll of film held tiny pieces of our lives we can still feel. Corded lamps. Soft light spilling across a book. The gentle hum of a house at rest. Those corded lamps sat beside couches, beds, and armchairs, casting a glow that made everything feel safe. They weren't smart, or dimmable, or voice-activated, they just were. Simple, steady, human. Ceramic figurines, a shelf filled with tiny porcelain swans. Angels or cats, each one carefully dusted every week. They weren't valuable, but they mattered. Little symbols of care, beauty, and stability. If one broke, it wasn't just a figurine. It was a small heartbreak. Landline message pads. Remember scribbling notes like, "Mom, Aunt Carol called, she'll ring back at 6." Those pads by the phone were our inbox before email existed. Every call had weight. Every voicemail, a little bit of excitement. The act of writing down a message made it feel important. Alarm clocks with red digits. The faint hum, the glow in the dark, the click before the radio started. Those glowing red numbers watched over our nights. Sometimes we'd wake just to see them, glowing like tiny embers in the dark. Now, the time glows from our phones, colder, quieter, less alive. On wall calendars, they hung in kitchens everywhere, with birthdays, appointments and notes scribbled in pen. Every month brought a new picture, a new rhythm to family life. Crossing off a day wasn't just a habit, it was a ritual of time passing, and somewhere between paper and pixels, we lost that small sense of presence. Glass ashtrays, heavy, decorative, often sitting untouched, a symbol of a time when life felt slower, simpler. They sat on coffee tables long after smoking faded away, like ghosts of a culture that once was. Each object from that era carries the warmth of connection, of imperfection, of life lived offline. These weren't just things. They were anchors, and though they're gone from our homes, they'll always live quietly in our memories.